protect the people who protect nature.
When I say people, you say power. People. Power. People. Power. When science is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Right. When environmental justice is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When public lands are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Protect wildlife.
Protect science.
Protect wildlife.
Protect science.
Thank you very much.
A street walked in spirit by every American. A street symbolizing the public service of 2 million workers. Members of the American Federation of Government Employees conduct the affairs of your government so that you may enjoy the benefits of peace, prosperity, and freedom. Americans at work for you. Americans whose skill and effort help keep our country great and strong.
Trump has tasked Musk with weeding out waste and fraud within the federal government, a project that's been dubbed Doge.
These federal workers were out on the streets today to protest job cuts that are being made under the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency.
EPA employees say now is not the right time to cut back on the work they're doing.
This morning, more than 2 million federal employees are facing a choice: resign and be paid until the end of September, or risk being fired.
February, I received a call. They told me that we were going to be terminated the following day, and they just wanted to tell me first before I read it in the New York Times. So that's how I found out I was getting fired. The next day, the area ranger called to officially fire me, but I didn't answer. I thought being fired once was enough. Yeah, I kind of just didn't want to go through it again.
It's a pika. It's a teeny itty bitty mountain rabbit. Absolutely my favorite animal, and they don't hibernate.
They just hang out all winter. So they when like during the summer they'll eat grasses, but then they also like take grasses and dry and like forbs.
They harvest them
And like drive them out and dry them out, and then like put them in shelter so they can eat them all winter.
They're adorable. They're here. Oh.
I think you gotta add some more.
Oh, we have red sprinkles.
Perfect.
We can put red on them. And we have green sprinkles, so I'll put green sprinkles on them. I was working here for the summer at the Redfish Visitor Center for SEHA, and Carl was a wilderness ranger. And my whole summer we'd kind of been told, like, oh, if you're interested in some position with the Forest Service, you should go shadow someone. And so we went on a backpacking trip. I was shadowing him as a wilderness ranger, and we had lots of time to chat while hiking and just really hit it off. We kind of just kept hanging out after that.
So it was funky because we met right when Hannah finished and was essentially leaving.
For the winter, for good.
For the winter.
But we both kind of made plans of like, yeah, we really liked the summer here in Stanley. We had a lot of good friends here. And then this summer, Carl proposed to me on top of one of the peaks we had been talking about hiking for a long time.
Idaho Peak.
Idaho Peak.
Idaho Peak in Idaho.
I did find work with this nonprofit organization that's essentially letting me do my same job that I've always done. So I'm extremely lucky. There's tons of people that were fired that don't have these circumstances. But yeah, for me personally, I get to live in the same house. I still drive the Forest Service trucks. I still work with the same horses and mules that I always did. So I'm super lucky, but I do, feel for the others who didn't have that situation.
Nope.
This place where I work is extremely beautiful, and it's close to a town that has a lot of wealthier individuals, and so they really feel an ownership over this place. So when we were fired, they knew that their, access to the public land would be affected, so they kind of emptied their pockets and donated to organizations such as the one that I work for to make sure that there was still a trail crew so people could still get into the woods here. I'm very fortunate, but I do worry about places like rural Montana that don't have the higher income people. So yeah, we're lucky here, but I do worry about the state of public lands overall.
You be nice.
More than 2 million workers in more different kinds of jobs than there are in any other business, conducting the biggest business in the United States, that of your federal government.
Well, I'm Shelley Pingree. I'm the Congresswoman from the 1st District of Maine. And in Congress, I'm on the Appropriations Committee, and I'm the ranking member of the Interior and Environment Subcommittee of Appropriations. We were used to dealing with them wanting to make cuts, but not this sort of underlying philosophy of federal employees are bad people. Government itself is a bad idea. Our national parks maybe could be chopped up and sold. Maybe there was land that they could make money off of. So this idea, between Elon Musk saying we're going to make trillions of dollars back for the government, or Russ Vought saying we don't even like federal employees or federal roles anyway. So it's still crazy, like what they're doing. Will they have enough people to keep it maintained? Can they do the cleanup work that normally happens in the off-season to fix the trails and deal with blow down trees and other things that happen? What if we get a lot of severe winter storms? Who cleans that up? Again, these are like our national treasures. These belong to everybody, you and me.
It would be truly tragic if public lands were sold off, because once that happens, they won't come back. Visitation is only increasing to these areas, and that will change the resource. People don't realize, even if you bury a toilet paper properly, it takes 3 years to break down. And we have over 30,000 backpackers here every year. So if you do the math, that's just way too much.
So there's a lot of things that kind of come with a job living in a rural area like this in Stanley, where housing is really difficult to find. Your housing is most often with your job, and we were both living in government housing at the time. And so if you lose your job, you lose your housing, and you lose your paycheck, and you lose your health insurance. I just had major surgery on my foot, so I was about to lose my health insurance. I knew I had 30 days on that, but I had a ton of medical bills. I was about to lose my housing. I didn't know how long I would be able to stay. I was losing my job, my paycheck, and my community and my friends and my coworkers. I couldn't even drive my car because I had a manual.
It seemed like in the beginning, it was driven by this sort of crazy Elon Musk Doge thing.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
A lot of young people who didn't seem to, sort of have any reason to be doing what they were doing or any expertise about the agency, just cut wherever you can. And if there's some code word that makes it sort of fit into the agenda, like it was related to climate change, or DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or there was something else that the administration had been saying was too woke or not appropriate for government, then you can put that in the letter of firing someone saying, you know, this no longer fits with the purposes of this agency.
This did absolutely nothing to make things more efficient.
Yeah, in my opinion, it just completely wrecked the system. I think the goal was to see a smaller management and high level government, and they're just like, here's a way to get rid of government employees. And unfortunately, it targeted all the people that generally they want to keep around those boots on the ground. The people who do the day-to-day work aren't up at those high-level management positions.
Constitutionally, we have the power of the purse, and the executive branch is only there to carry out our wishes. So really from early on, most of us were like just bullshit that they were doing this. Like, what do you mean you're coming in and cutting this budget that normally has to be approved by the Appropriations Committee?
So you can grab the cinch.
Okay, so then do the third time. And then, yeah, Abby, before you make it too tight, just since you has the bridge and like the mules,
yeah,
just before it's too tight, clip this to yeah.
Haley, when you're done with that, will you just double check with mine? Thank you.
There's a lot of jobs that we just don't have time to get to. The local Forest Service has been understaffed for many, many years. That we could always, have used double, triple, even maybe quadruple the number of people, whatever that figure is. And it's a really strong, capable crew. That's how so much work got done this year. But it also lost another crew that could be out on another trail doing a different thing. And so I think more people will probably always be the answer.
Yeah, so it kind of like curves along the side hill for a little bit.
How much slack in here, Haley? Is that?
That looks good. Maybe a little bit less because you want it so that if we go over a creek, they can lower their head to drink.
Things are in a real mess right now, and I'm really worried about the public resources of our country, whether it's, our forest lands, our national parks, our wilderness areas. We have a huge funding deficit, and I don't know how we're going to get out of it. I don't even know going into the future how you convince young kids to go to college and train for the Forest Service if you're like, yeah, but I might not have a job in 2 years.
Wait, look! Mom, is that a blue heron? I think that's a blue heron. On that log. You see it? Oh my God. It is? Whoa. 1, 2, 3. I didn't know that it lived here.
He's hunting something.
I know, remember?
Oh,
he caught it! He caught it! It's a fish. It's a fish. Yeah, that's how they eat. Yeah. It's a fish.
Oh my goodness.
It's so cool.
So cool.
Oh my goodness. to tell Dad. I'm Mira, I'm 9 years old. I like going on adventures. I like being outdoors. A lot of these things are because my mom or dad did them.
My name is Tara Losoff. I'm the Associate Vice President of Organizing and Campaigns at the National Wildlife Federation. And really what our team is doing is trying to build civic and political power, people power. She's been dragged along in the corner of every press conference, that we've ever had. She grew up with this community and seeing this kind of work and the people that are fighting for the planet, but she's actually seen this as something that she's taken on and internalized, and that does give me hope. It's a shame that it's become politicized, that this idea that caring for our community, caring for our environment is a right thing or a left thing, that this is a political thing. This is all of our planet. So that's just been a challenge and something that I'm hoping we can have a conversation about and help people remember that these are actually our agencies. No matter who you are, they're supposed to serve all of us. And you think about the national parks and how you are like, oh, why is this all run down? Why is there litter? Why are the bathrooms, not maintained? Why are the trails not maintained? You may not realize that it's because there are people who are normally doing those jobs, unsung heroes, and that those people either have been let go or have too much on their plates because they're under-resourced for all the work and the needs that we have at this time. I was just on a call with our senior scientist, and I was sharing that I'm in a position where I'm trying to give hope to other people in this moment that's been really hard, and I'm like, please help me, help remind me, because it has been very difficult. And it's hard to just talk about matter of fact, to see these cuts. And I mean, it's unbelievable that you would think about cutting the Environmental Protection Agency's entire Office of Research and Development. Well, you ask why? I mean, I don't know that there's really good reasons, or at least not really good reasons. I think these are very bad decisions, right? No matter how you try to rationalize them, no matter what answer I could give about why, it's not going to be good enough, right? Why? There's no answer that's good enough. I mean, at the most core level as a human being, I want a good life, and I want my daughter to have a good life. And I know good is maybe subjective, but I think there are some basics in that, right? So that's why I feel really emotional, because I'm just I thought we all agreed on some of these things, like clean air, clean water. We need to claim the agency that we have, and that's where organizing and getting together in rallies, getting together in spaces and community is in and of itself powerful.
How are you doing? Yeah, hanging in there. All right, everyone. If we could come towards the center here, the center of the fountain, we're going to go ahead and get started with our program, an awesome lineup of speakers.
We cannot stop now. Just this week, reporting came out indicating plans to cut over 2,000 more jobs from the Department of the Interior. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be welcoming a new conservationist to the world. But he and I both need you all to use your voices in the coming months to make sure that he and all of our children have clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, and will inherit this beauty and this responsibility.
When I was 4, I started bringing gloves to preschool to pick up trash. It made me mad to see garbage on the ground because it felt like people didn't care about our neighborhood or our planet. That's why I am so thankful there are people whose jobs are to take care of the environment. For example, rangers protect parks. I love parks.
I mean, I definitely miss working for the Forest Service. I think in general, I miss getting to chat with people, and now there's really no one doing that, which is sometimes kind of scary.
I think there's narratives right now that like everything might be doomed and that it's undefeatable. At least where I sit and where I surround myself, I see a lot of good people who are fighting for a better planet. So like that gives me hope. So I encourage anybody to find and celebrate those people, whether they're the stewards, in your community or for the Park Service, but just make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who see the problem with clarity and walk into it anyway.
Protect the people who protect nature. Thank you.